Hi, and welcome to the Rave.com. I'm Linda Kay, and I'm here with Lee of Born of Osiris.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back to the Rave.
Thanks for having us back again. It's always a good time.
Absolutely. And are you from Illinois too? Or?
Yes, we are from the suburbs of Chicago, Wheaton, Illinois to be exact. We have a home together there, home and studio. So we all live together, and so it's actually only about an hour away from the show. So it's cool. We're on tour now, but we get to go home and sleep in our own beds tonight. So
that's awesome.
Fun. Yeah,
very cool, very cool. All right, let's just talk about the Thrash and Burn tour. Third night in on this tour, but how's it been going so far?
It's been going good. We're trying out some new songs, and it's cool to see how they're coming across live because they're not even out online yet. So it's kind of interesting because playing new songs is always risky business, I guess, but especially if kids haven't heard them before. So we played 2 last night. We're thinking about cutting it down to 1 for the rest of the tour, just until the songs are released, and then when the songs are released, I think we will begin playing 2 again. But we should be playing 1 tonight, and we're still debating on the second one.
See how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, let's talk about your current release, A Higher Place.
Yes, it came out, I believe, about a year ago now, and it's been doing good. It's had some good response. It's definitely a change from what our original album was. So with change, there's always positive and negative feedback. But I think the kids with an open mind were able to get something out of it. And then I think for the fans who wanted more of the heavy side of us, it's going to be coming on this upcoming album, the 3rd album, which is still untitled. But as soon as we have a name, I'm sure we'll be throwing it out there.
When can we expect the release?
I think we're trying to do it this year sometime. I mean, we're hoping. We got 3 songs that we just did with Misha from Periphery, and they were somewhat pre-production. We're going to be releasing them on iTunes, and it's some of the songs we'll be playing on this tour as well. But I think we're going to possibly record them for the album, unless we go with Misha for the album, in which case it's already recorded. So still debating. You know, it's still in the planning stages, but we'll when it happens, we'll be prepared and be the best we can do.
And that's cool with the material that you're already performing. So
yeah, it's exciting. It's actually kind of tricky because we're running click tracks with the songs now, and which is something we don't usually do live for the new Rain and the Higher Play songs. But for these songs, we wanted to just make them as accurate to the recording as possible. So with the click, it's kind of nerve-wracking because every night volumes change in your ears, and it's like if you get off the click, then I don't even want to think about what would happen. But we've been fortunate enough, 3rd day in, cross your fingers, that haven't had too many problems yet. So
nice. All right.
Sure.
I know you got a tour of the building here earlier today.
A little one.
What do you think?
It's cool. It's always it's definitely an interesting building. I've heard many haunting stories about it, so I'd love to hear some haunting stories. I heard some scary stories about the pool. And I've heard some stories about bands, kind of making fun of the whole haunting theory, and then their set went horrible here.
Yeah, there's like a chair down by the boiler room that you're not supposed to touch or kick. And
oh, really?
It gets kicked and the sound goes off or something like that.
That's crazy. I heard a story, the cleaning lady was cleaning some bathrooms, and all of a sudden all these things in her cart were spread around about the room when she turned around and stuff. Just could be all stories, but
I don't know. I didn't hear that one before, so thank you for introducing another story.
I mean, it could be complete, false, but it's a cool story nonetheless.
Well, growing up close to Milwaukee, did you make it up to the Rave growing up, seeing different shows before?
I actually didn't, but I wish I did. It's a really cool venue. It's great to have a venue like this that you can have a variety of shows at, on a small stage, medium stage, and gigantic stage up there. And it's always cool because the crowd's always fun, and it's really good to be able to play on such a great sound system that you guys have on all stages. So it's cool because you hate putting all this hard work, and then when you go on stage, due to sound, you could sound crappy, but this place, it's always sounding great, and so as long as we come prepared, we always have good shows, and kids are awesome here. So
cool. We love you here too. And we know about the upcoming album you're working on. Any other projects you have we can expect to see?
I think right now the album is taking priority as far as our time. But I mean, other projects, I can't say that we're doing too much. We record bands at our studio at our home that I mentioned, and so we do that from time to time. But at this point, I think we're going to try to keep focusing on the album and stuff. And once we feel that we have you know, a good lengthy album. We're gonna try to put that out there. Our first album was like 20 minutes, 23 minutes, I think to be exact, and our second album was, you know, maybe 10 minutes longer. But for this one, we're trying to put out a long album, a lot of songs, and at least 45 minutes of material. So like kids, you know, 4 years into our career now, 5 years into our career now, they'll get the release that we think that they deserve, lengthwise, that is.
Perfect, awesome. And then congratulations on all your success.
Thank you very much.
And on the rest of the Thrash and Burn tour you got basically every night, right?
Yeah, no days off except for one long drive, I believe, is the day after tomorrow. It's like from Indiana to Denver, I believe. So that's going to be quite the haul. We got like 9 people in our van on this tour, so it's a tight squeeze.
At least you get to be home tonight, like you said.
For sure. We're going to get to sleep in our own beds before we head out, crammed in the van for the rest of the tour.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lee, for joining us here.
Yep, thanks for having me, as always.
And thank you for watching therave.com. Make sure to check out Born of Osiris' current release, A Higher Place. And we'll see you soon next time on therave.com.